Hello, everyone. A moment of impulsiveness can sometimes turn an ordinary situation into a series of unexpected events. When emotions move faster than thoughts, things can change in just a few short seconds. Join me as we follow these dramatic moments and thought-provoking lessons. The camera was capturing her shining moment, but a few seconds later, it turned into a perfect example of why you shouldn't risk safety for content.
You in a battle. Oh shit.
The highway hero thought he was showing off his skills, but just minutes later, realized he had chosen the wrong opponent.
Oh my god.
Ein gottloser Hurensohn. Deine Mutter fickt dich, du Hurensohn.
A minor clash in a bar could have ended with a few apologies, but inflated egos turned it into a conflict where no one truly won. Respecting others is always the wise choice.
Не провоцируй. Сука ебаная. Олег, уйди. Уйди оттуда. Не провоцируй, я, блядь, говорил же тебе,
Don't underestimate the value of your actions in a moment, because sometimes the price you pay comes late, but is very clear. He wanted to scare people with his reckless actions, but instead, he inexplicably made himself the center of attention. He probably thought no one would notice that calculated sudden braking maneuver. But today's cameras are even more observant than the police. Perhaps he thought he was teaching others how to behave. But in the end, he learned a more important lesson for himself. Sometimes, karma doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to appear at the right time to make people realize that choosing the wrong target is a very costly mistake. He heard the horn and immediately turned it into a fight of ego. But the streets rarely reward such impulsive decisions. He got out of his car, intending to teach someone a lesson. But the car behind him quickly launched into its own private lesson about the importance of the parking brake. Every action has consequences, whether immediate or delayed, so think carefully before doing something wrong. He thought this was a street action movie, but forgot that in real life, there's no director, only law enforcement, and a very quick ending. If you find these situations both funny and educational, please subscribe so we have the motivation to make more interesting videos. Stay calm in public, as out-of-control emotions can easily escalate a situation. When rude words are accompanied by aggression, the situation ceases to be a mere argument and escalates into a conflict, ultimately costing the aggressor dearly. Staying calm is always the safest and wisest option. He thought he was in a real-life Fast and Furious movie, but forgot that real life has no director, only consequences and a written record. If you sense that the person you're interacting with is acting aggressively or losing control, the smartest thing to do isn't to confront them, but to protect yourself and call the police. A reported stolen SUV triggered a tense chase in Fayette County after the driver ignored stop signals and sped away. The high-speed pursuit escalated before the vehicle lost control and overturned near Brooks-Woolsey Road. The suspect was eventually apprehended at the scene and is now facing a series of serious charges. The SUV driver attempted to swerve into the opposite lane to save a few seconds, but ultimately had to reverse in silence and received a lesson in patience from the police.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
You don't need to win in every traffic situation, because safety is the most important thing. Luxury cars can make you stand out, but they certainly don't give you the right to turn the streets into your personal garbage dump. Not every argument needs to be loud, because sometimes calmness is what makes others listen. Some deals look easy at first glance, but just one small detail can turn everything around faster than it started. When anger gets behind the wheel, consequences often come faster than there's time to regret. Calmness is the most important skill when driving. She wanted to move faster than everyone else, but in reality, she ended up spending more time dealing with the consequences of her actions. He thought he was about to make a getaway with his loot, but what he ended up getting was a truly memorable landing. Even when you want to have fun, you need to stay safe, because the ground is always patiently waiting for those who are overconfident. He thought anger would make him stronger, but in reality, it only caused the situation to spiral out of control. And the ultimate lesson is that calmness is always safer than violence. When a situation escalates to the point where evidence needs to be handed over to authorities, it's no longer about winning or losing on the street. Calmness and respect are always the best ways to avoid legal trouble. Staying calm behind the wheel isn't a sign of weakness, but rather a sign that someone understands that life is always more important than ego. Don't let emotions control your behavior while driving. But rushing can sometimes take much longer. The thief thought he could escape by running, but before he could even turn the corner, he was caught red-handed. Honesty is always the safest option. when there is a lack of respect for other people's space. Sometimes the reaction comes immediately without the need for a written record or explanation.
You hit me with that glass, I'll sue you. I'm recording you right now.
He thought his early celebration would help him stand out. But little did he know that the victory would turn around even faster than his emotions.